decorations are going up, which could only mean one thing. We're now in the month of December, and that would bring us to my November favorites. I've listened to you guys, and you've actually told me that you love my favorites video, and that makes my heart so glad, because I really like to record favorites videos to give you guys a culmination of all the products that I've actually used in days past or months past that have really allowed me to dive into my whole makeup application process for myself, as well as how I apply products on my clients. And you know, it really keeps me in the mindset of thinking about things that are really important for how I want my makeup to look. And I like to say that it's actually really important to me that you guys are appreciating that, because that lets me know that I can actually give you guys this video. And I really put a lot of thought into this one because I wanted to give you really great beauty finds that really helped my makeup game in the year of 2015 for under $10. So this has really been like a whole year project, whether I knew it or not when I started it. But you know, there are a lot of products that I use, you know, in videos and I use on a day-to-day basis, either on myself or on my clients. And you know, it can actually get really, really expensive because, you know, we run out of things so frequently. It's convenient. It could actually be, you know, it could actually, you know, put a little like nice dent in the wallet. You know, I'm sometimes having to decide on if I want to buy that powder or if I want those shoes. Powder, shoes. Oh, not even powder. Eye palettes or shoes. Honey, an eye palette, my eye palette drawer can take up a couple of Louis Vuitton bags. And look at my closet, girl. She only got one. I might even think about that. Nah, I still like my eyeshadow palettes. So anyway, I wanted to bring you guys this video. I'm wanting you to grab your notepad. I'm going to give you a list of products that I really think are, or consider are my holy grail items that I've used in the year 2015 that are kind of dupes, but at the same time, very, very budget conscious, economical options for a high-end product. Now, I'm not putting any shade on my high-end products because, I mean, a girl is a girl, a girl is a girl, and you know, we like what we like, but at the same time, if I could actually find something that's going to get me a very similar, if not a good match, I mean, it would just make sense to actually go the more economical route, right? So, grab your notepad, and this morning she's sipping on this coffee. Pumpkin spice chai. Grab your notepad, grab whatever you're drinking this morning, it don't even have to be coffee. And let's get right into my November favorites. I think I'm actually going to start with my most asked questions. You guys have heard me talk about my AirSpun, and this is actually the Honey Beige. And I have to make a quick apology because I call this translucent powder often, and it wasn't until I was really, really paying close attention and having to replace this product that I saw I was using Honey Beige. The AirSpun powder is a very loose, finely milled powder that I can find in Walmart, and it's definitely less than $10. Me and this earring today. What I was saying is my AirSpun powder, you can actually find it in Walmart. I'm not quite sure if it's in any of the drugstores. I always find mine in Walmart. It's definitely under $10, and I actually compare it to my Laura Mercier. This is the, this is the Secret Brightening Powder. And let me give you guys a little story. You guys, if you've been following me for a little while, you know that I went to Vegas for my 40th birthday. And yeah, girl, 40. And I'm saying it loud and proud. 40, honey. So anyway, I took my Secret Brightening Powder. I've taken it basically everywhere that I've gone with me this year. And for some reason, I had the worst flashback. OMG. I had just recently purchased a new one, but when I tell you I have like so many photos that I couldn't even show you guys because the flashback was horrendous. I was so embarrassed. I was like, what the hell? That is not cute. And the product, this powder, the small one, I want to say runs between $28 and $35. And I was like, let me go ahead and pull out my AirSpun. So what I actually did to combat that, people have asked, does this give me flashback? It doesn't give me flashback. However, I do set this with this, my Bennye powder. You can actually find, this is the 3-ounce banana luxury powder by Bennye. I mean, there is no, I haven't found any substitute for this powder, but I mixed these two together. This is definitely under $10, and I've had this, oh my God, I've had this powder over 2 years. This one right here, look, I'm still not out, and I have a backup one in my makeup case that I carry for my clients. I think that has made the biggest difference. I set all of my luminizing products with it, never get flashback, and it is absolutely amazing. Those are my tips. I will actually link some videos in the description box for you guys to refer back to how I'm applying this product. And you know, just like I said, stay tuned. As I learn new things, I'm going to bring it to you guys. Since we're talking about powders, that was basically my first step of powders. I have to talk about, you guys have seen me use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. The shade that I've been using is medium dark, and I want to say maybe this one is actually a little dark for me right now, but it was perfect for me in the summer, which is probably why I was actually on the hunt for something a little bit different. And once I actually went to the Fine Vasquez beauty seminar, I was there in Atlanta. They actually gave us the Queen collections, the lasting matte pressed powders, and I had light, go to medium, and I want to say I also received the D. Girls, if you have not tried these freaking powders, girl, now I love my skin finish. Now this is one of the products that I do love by MAC, shall I say love by MAC, but this is actually a really good powder to kind of create a very smooth finish after you've applied your translucent powder. If you kind of want more movement to your makeup, so to speak, it's really nice. But this right here, if you've been seeing any of my holiday looks, I'm actually wearing it right now as a skin finish. And oh my God, this is definitely under $10. It's a great economical option. I know the Queen collection actually covers a wide variety. And I know as girls of color, we're really concerned with, you know, powders, again, giving us flashback or going to pink or even gray. This doesn't have a hint of cool in it. These powders are very warm. And I think it's great. Even on my Caucasian clients, I'm actually going to use powders such as this. Even just to hit on the temples, you know, kind of do the 3 and then possibly the E, and I probably did it backwards, but the 3 and the E that hits the temples, the cheek, and underneath the chin area. And it kind of creates more of an outer glow. I saw Sam Fine using these, and if you guys know who Sam Fine is, better yet, check Google. If you don't know who Sam Fine is, get into the know. You need to know who he is, yes. So I'm actually going to definitely say these powders right here, Holy Grail. Let's see, we talked about powders because I think those were at the top of my question list. Let's talk a little bit about concealers. I've actually found some amazing dupes for my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I love this, guys. And I'll tell you what was put me in the hunt for a dupe. You see how I'm hitting pan on these two colors? I'm notorious for hitting pan. You know, my favorite colors are the ones that I use more frequently, and whereas I've been bouncing all around this palette, I mean, it's an amazing palette. At $40, it can actually be pretty steep. And again, if I'm not going to be replacing, if I'm not in the market to really replace the entire palette, do I really want to just go and find the pans or have to order these? I mean, sometimes you want to have something that's quick and accessible. LA Girl has come out with their Pro Concealer in the shade, I want to say this is yellow, and the orange corrector. These two would take the place of the two that I'm hitting pan in, that yellow and that coral. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, MAC also makes a dual end. Can you see how I stay consistent with what works? And I am kind of a creature of habit, but once I got it, you know, until I find something that's better. But I use this stick a lot during the summer, mainly because I had more color around the outer part of my face, and it was really nice. But I want to say this is actually a little bit thicker, which is better for me because I would use less. I'll use less of these than I would of this. Stick is absolutely amazing. It's $26. These run, I want to say at iCat House. I think that's what it is, iCat House. I'll leave that link in the down bar as well. I received these for $2.96 each. With shipping, I only spent $8 and something. I mean, it was definitely under $10. So there again, we're talking about great economical options or dupes for my high end right here. Definitely going to endorse the Pro Longwear Concealer by LA Girl. Let's talk about foundation, shall we? I have to give like big thumbs up to the Loreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. You guys have heard me talk about this almost for 2 years now. This is absolutely, hands down, the best drugstore foundation that I have ever found if you want a long wearing matte foundation. I've actually played with it in Creme Cafe, which was the shade I originally started in, and I've since moved out onto the Caramel Beige. These you can find in Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, you name it, you can actually find these. You can also find really good coupons. I want to say Target is usually about $12.99, and maybe even Walmart is right over $10. But if you go into your drugstore, you can get coupons and L'Oreal is great for sending flyers, so I want to include these. I think they're great economical options for possibly even the double wear foundation, which is, you know, you guys have heard me mention that as well. Very, very long wearing foundation. I love the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet. I use this a lot on my bridal clients. This is a great economical option. They did pretty good with the color range in it to say it was a drugstore product, but the longevity, even if you have to buy two, guys, don't worry about having to buy two. That's actually a makeup artist trick that we use all the time. I often use different textures just depending on what the client's face is doing. It's your face. Customize your foundation to match. Don't feel inferior if you need to customize it, because once you put on a foundation and a concealer and a brightener and a highlight and contour, you basically customize your face anyway. So don't be too afraid about going into a drugstore or Walmart or Walgreens. Hang on to your receipt. If you buy a product and it doesn't work, 9 times out of 10 they will at least let you switch it. So just hang on to your receipt. So I wanted to give a shout out to the L'Oreal Infallible. And then if you want something a little bit sheerer, I'm dry, but I think the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation, this is the normal to oily. Again, I'm not paying attention when I go into the store. I see the shade. I usually don't even pay attention to the formula when I look at drugstore, because I know that I'm going to go in and manipulate the product anyway. My foundation is actually just the base. I'm going to create the magic with, you know, the eyeliners and the brows and all those other things. This is actually just giving me a really, really even canvas. So think of foundation in the category of just clearing off your canvas, then you won't be afraid to try foundation. I love this foundation. It gives me a very, very luminous coverage, and I want to say it possibly even rivals my Makeup Forever HD. I love these so very, very much. And if you want something a little bit more luminous, I have to talk about the True Match, again by L'Oreal. This is the Healthy Luminous Makeup. Oh my God, these two right here, yeah. Alright, so that was foundation. I actually kind of hit on what I'm thinking about my drugstore foundations. I've kind of given you 3 different options there. Let's move on. Oh my God, how can I forget about the wing? Let's talk about the wing liner. I've gotten so many questions on my wing. I literally get stopped. And I have to tell you that creating my wing is I have a love affair with creating my wing, because it kicked my butt so many times. I'm going to show you some of the products that I've actually been using to create the wing, definitely under $5. I haven't even purchased any high-end wing liner pens or any of those things. I have a new one coming in by Estee Lauder, but they were gifting that to me. But as far as the wing that I'm creating right now, I have been using the NYX. This is the Matte Liquid Liner. I hated this liner for a very, very long time because I have what you call like a soft lid. I mean, 40-year-old eyelid is not going to be as firm as a 20-year-old, okay? So this pen actually has a very fine calligraphy tip. Can you see how fine that is? If you make a mistake, it's easy enough to go back in and fix it. So let's see if I'm going to be, can you see that? Can you see what I'm doing? I just kind of caught that tip and just really extend it out. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just really accentuating that wing. I love this. It's definitely under $5. I found it in Walmart. I've seen it in Target. I don't think I've seen it in Walgreens, CVS, or Rite Aid, but those are the 2 places that I normally go to get it. The NYC, I think I fell in love with the NYC Liquid Eyeliner before I even fell in love with the NYX. This one, the tip is a little bit more flimsy, which if you're dealing again with a soft lid, you don't want a brush that's really, really hard. You want something that's tiny and something that has a little bit of bend in it, which means that it's not going to drag that eye. You have created a wing that goes all the way to your temple, and you know, unless you're really, really going for that, which I don't quite do that unless I'm playing with editorial, this is a really, really good pen. If $5 is not in the budget, girls, e.l.f. has one, $2. I have purchased the brown and the black, equally as good. Great economical options for your MAC, your Estee Lauder wing liner. So I'm going to say these are inexpensive enough that you can get them and play with it till you get it right. Play with it, play with it, play with it. I swear this has been a love affair and a major, major obsession. But this right here, girl, this is a look, so you definitely want to get that under control. We're talking about eyes, so let's talk about mascara. There's so many mascaras on the market. There's so many mascaras on the market. How can I even narrow it down to like 10? But, and mascaras can actually be kind of sneaky expensive, you know, $8.99, $9.99, $11.99. Girls, we haven't even talked about my $26 and $30 mascaras. So you want to kind of know what you're looking for when you're playing with mascaras. I want to say I have used the Supersizer mascara more than I have any other mascara since it came out. And I combined it with my Loreal Voluminous mascara. These two are a match made in heaven in my eyes. I do wear false lashes, so we do have to keep that in mind. But the Supersizer, I think, gives you just enough stiffness to your lashes that the Voluminous Volumizer mascara can really, really work. It gives that mascara something to bond onto. So you're actually going to go in, coat your lashes, and straighten them out with this. The brush is not going to allow you to create clump, which I think is great. And then you can actually go in with your Volumizer mascara and pull those lashes out. It really gives your false lashes something to land on. So, and the black is so dark with this one because it comes in a carbonous black. It does mimic the appearance of your false lashes if you're wearing those. And if not, I'm thinking you're going to get a lot of length and volume with just using these. So a great economical option from high-end mascaras. I want to talk about the CoverGirl Supersizer mascara and the Loreal Voluminous mascara. Match made in heaven. Last option of eyes, I have to talk about the Nudes by Maybelline. This palette right here is still on the market. It's definitely under $10, and I want to say this is a fantastic palette. Goes on every complexion, and it's just, it can, the look that I'm actually wearing right now, I can actually create it with this palette. This rivals this one. So you're talking about $9.99 versus about $50. Should I say any more? So we have gone through so many things. Lastly, I want to talk about contour. So another big thing that I show you a lot on my channel and learning how to contour. I have a few things, few tips that I want to share. And unfortunately, this is not necessarily $10. I want to say for how many products you actually get, this palette right here has been like my saving grace. I am hitting pan on every one of these right here, mainly because you can mix and match so well. This is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette, and I want to see if they have it in more colors. I think right now it only comes in one palette. Comment down below if it actually comes in 2 different colors, but since I purchased this in like early spring, I haven't had to repurchase it. So that tells you how great it is. And I think it runs about $20, but I think you can actually get into your, you have your highlight, which is amazing, which is really, really nice. I'm trying to keep my camera from flashing on it. The highlight, which is really, really nice. You actually have a little bit of banana powder, but I've already told you what I think about that. There's another video that tells you why I wouldn't necessarily set underneath my eyes with that. But again, you can actually create eyeshadows with this palette. Beautiful, beautiful browns. This is absolutely amazing. The e.l.f. palette. And I'm trying to think, I think this one might be St. Lucia. This is only about $5, so you have a beautiful bronzer and a blush in one palette. And lastly, well, not lastly, also the e.l.f. blush palette. This right here, under $10, absolutely phenomenal. And lastly, I have to talk about these Morphe palettes that you will never run out of blushes. You won't. You'll be sick of using it before you run out of it. And then lastly, the bronzing palette. Sick. Great quality, inexpensive, definitely under $20. And yeah, I think I've covered everything that I consider more so holy grail items to kind of get girls and guys budget under control. You notice I didn't talk about any skincare because you guys know I'm an Estee Lauder skincare girl. I probably won't ever play with that. I mean, this skin is getting a little too old and tired, honey, to actually play with my skincare, and it's been working for me for well over 15 years. I didn't talk about lips. I didn't talk about highlights. There are a few other categories that I haven't talked about, so stay tuned for those. I'm actually going to bring all those products to you guys in the next upcoming weeks. And yeah, there you have my November favorites. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video. I'm hoping that you learned something and that I gave you a good grocery list for things. And you know what? You can actually put that on your wish list for Christmas. You know, gift cards to Walmart and Rite Aid. It kind of helps you get set and ready to go for 2016. I love you guys so very, very much. You've been so inspirational to me for the past 2 years. We've hit well over 5,000 5,000 subscribers. That is like phenomenal to me. I mean, because actually I'm not one of your typical YouTubers, and I mean, I just really love to share my passion with makeup, and any tips that I'm learning, I love to share it with the world. So I appreciate you guys for joining me for this ride. If you have any questions or concerns about any of the products that I've actually shared with you today, comment down below. You guys know that you can follow me on Instagram at love_Kiani to also receive daily beauty tips, and I definitely answer questions there as well. I do have a holiday giveaway going on right now, so make sure that you have followed the rules to actually enter yourself to win that. Until next time, guys, we love you so much. Hugs and kisses. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.